What's goody, everybody? It's full-time tripping. We're back in the building for another video, man. We're getting close to another game week, man. Another round of football is almost here. But before that, another batch of Arsenal All or Nothing episodes have dropped on Amazon Prime Video. We soaked them in. I got a couple notes here. We're just gonna talk through and react to this batch of episodes that we got. Again, really, really interesting stuff from this one, man. Even more so from the last batch, I think personally. It was just really interesting to see how stuff developed over, the Christmas break into February. Good stretch of time, interesting stuff, man. But if you guys have been watching the Arsenal All Nothing series, man, hit the comment section, man. Let me know how you guys felt. Let me know how you guys are feeling about all the things that we're seeing, especially from this recent batch of episodes 4, 5, and 6. Let me know how you feel in the comment section below. Also, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You guys don't want to miss any content that's coming from the channel. It's gonna be dope. But let's get into it, man. Just talk about this batch of episodes, starting with episode 4. It just kind of started out, the tense situation that was going on, a little bit of the disciplinary stuff that was happening with, Alba and the squad and Mikel. And he starts out by, giving out like his tenets, like the 3 non-negotiable things that he looks for in players and people in a club that he wants to instill for himself as well. And it was respect, commitment, and passion. And, the fact that, again, we talked about the situation all over the place last season. And it was very eye-opening to one, but it's like it's showing a standard, man. It's showing a standard. The Alba situation obviously wasn't a pretty one. It obviously wasn't the best, I'd say, impact for everybody, because Alba's a likable player, even though he wasn't scoring the goals. It's still like, a major shakeup to the team. He's a club captain, but that level of him saying, hey, listen, I set these things up from the beginning when we extended this contract with Alba. This is the thing that we've talked about. This is the standard that we set, and we both have to meet our ends of the deal. And the fact that, Alba didn't meet his in terms of commitments, in terms of, respecting the time commitments, in terms of not having disciplinary issues as a captain, I think that's really important, man. And Arteta only set those things up to be excellent, to provide excellence, not only to the top players in the squad, but to radiate throughout the entire club, from, academy level, from the players watching the seniors, to everywhere, to Aubameyang being the captain. He has to lead by example. It has to literally lead by example. Him and Mikel have to, again, set that standard and create that pattern of behavior where it's expected. It's the normal to be on time or early. It's a normal to set these things, to not have any disciplinary issues. And the fact when your captain does that, it doesn't send the right message to everybody else in the squad. And then that only invites disharmony. That's kind of it's going to detract from what you're trying to do. So, the culture was changing. Mikel was trying to really, again, enforce tighter, more stringent behavior in certain areas to promote excellence in others and everywhere else. So for me, again, I'm still in the same spot I was when this happened. If it was going to keep going on like this, and, performance wasn't, really improving in any sense, it was right to strip over the captaincy. I mean, it is what it is. I really, I think I was in the same frame of mind back then when it happened, and I'm still in the same frame of mind now. It really just wasn't. It wasn't to the detriment of the club, I don't think, because if we let that happen, who's to say everybody else can do that now? And then that's just another thing that affects the whole ducks in a row, the whole psyche of the club, the whole, direction of. They got to follow Arteta. Arteta's trying to execute on that, and if somebody detracting from that, they got to be cut out. I understand that. And again, he wasn't scoring the goals, so it was like, damn, bro, it's tough, especially on that money. But I understand, man. But it was a tough situation to get through and watch all over again. That's a lot of PTSD, but it is what it is. And just onto there was like a little spotlight in episode 4 on Martinelli as well. And like, I just want to say, I love that kid. I love him so much. Like, he just genuinely wants to be one of the best at this. And you can see it in every move he makes. It's intentional. It's in training. The way he was displayed in the show, he's just like, he don't care about no money. He don't care about none of that, bro. Let his family and stuff handle that, bro. He just wants to be the best at this and give his all to this. And I can't be more proud, having him in the club. I feel like he's going to do wonders. People already been seeing him from last season, and I think he's going to kick on. He's going to have a killer season this year. It just shows you where his head's at, man. He's going to be one of the best. He's going to be one of the best in the world one day soon. I'm telling you. Moving on, just before, the major point of episode 4, I do want to quote on is the Man City game. The Man City game was such a disappointing but yet eye-opening experience to see again in this format. Just looking at how everything went into it. Mikel got COVID, so he couldn't see people train. He wasn't there. But also, in the team talk, it's just how motivating it was and just how aware it is, how aware certain things are. Because if you look at episode 4, man, like Mikel went down and said, hey, listen, bro, last time we played him, we were down against 10 men, we were getting destroyed. And then they sent on Sterling and Mahrez to humiliate us. You know what I'm saying? To put that fuel in the fire. So it's just that other element of humanizing people, realize, they see the same shit that we see. They see everything that we are seeing. And they're not dumb. They're not unwise to the fact that certain things are happening around them. So the fact that Arteta was again making that a sticking point, like, listen, don't get embarrassed by these lot. Like, take it to him, And it was such a good game to see again. In terms of at that point in that year, I feel like we were the only team to give them a run for their money like that. At that point, we were the first team to really press them. At that time, again, if not the best team in the world, we were just like, listen, we're gonna give them a run for their money. And for 60 minutes, they was shook. We were on them. We should have had more. To me, I feel like we should have won that game. But again, certain things just happen. The Gabriel thing happens. You know what I'm saying? A little bit frustrating. The penalty shout was a little bit frustrating. Again, but City is City, and I was just proud of the team again for how they just acted, even without Mikel, on the sidelines. They just took it to him, bro. It was a fantastic, performance, but unfortunate to get the result, and it sucks ass to literally have to live through that again. But it just showed the progress I feel like that we've made in terms of we're getting closer to that competitive world beater slot where we can take it to teams. We can really take it to the world's biggest clubs, and we could possibly win. So Mikel's been instilling that, and he continues to instill that now. So I'm like, it's wonderful to see both sides of the picture, both outside the pitch and behind the scenes, and actually it being executed in real time. So that's dope. On to episode 5, man. Just want to talk about just getting a little bit more of how not just the Alba situation in general, but just how quickly things change. Because at the beginning of the episode, Edu and his man's with him. He were like, yo, like, we just got to integrate him back in the squad. That was their plan first. We have to integrate him back into the squad, and not, but maybe a few days later, they just completely flipped the script. They completely flipped the script. It's like, okay, we don't know what we're gonna do. There might not be any trust between that. It was kind of a sad sight to see Alba training by himself all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy how quickly situations in football can turn on a dime, even into a transfer deadline day where things come in at like 11:59. They deadass submitted it at 10:59. The deal with Barcelona to get that finished, and I think that's just crazy seeing the business side of how hard they work. Looking at the Forest game, yeah, we got cooked. We got destroyed, bro. And Arteta was pissed, man. He was pissed. But I just want to give a side shout out to Jed Spence. I know he's with the Scum right now, but I still think he's gonna be a good player, man. There's a player there. There's a strong player there, and I think he's going to be good in time, but just hopefully not with Tottenham. Hopefully good. He goes somewhere else. He has a great time, and not that. But the major highlight for me personally of episode 5 was just that little snippet and the highlight of Granit Xhaka. Now, of course, he's gonna have his divisive opinions. Again, he's gonna certainly split fans in terms of, do you think he's great? Do you think he's not? In terms of a player, I think he's a good player, but I just don't think there's a ceiling he has in terms of player. But I don't want to really speak on that because I feel like people slate him too much in terms of it going past the game and going into his character and who he is. And I'm just like, damn, bro, that's kind of crazy. And this little snippet that he had in this episode and just showing, him behind the scenes, it just showed, I respect that, man, for all the stuff that he's had to go through, active abuse and all that stuff. He don't hide. He don't hide, man. He knows, he's very aware of what's going on. He knows what he does wrong, and he doesn't hide. He doesn't go back into a shell. He doesn't blame anybody else. And for that, as a man, as a human being, I got nothing but respect for him. You know what I'm saying? As a player, I'm going to have my gripes. You know what I'm saying? Some days he plays exceptional. Some days I'm like, why we spend that money? But, overall, I got to respect him as a man, because to go through what he goes through, you know what I'm saying, in terms of the constant abuse, you know what I'm saying, and still managing to maintain that role of, hey, listen, I still want to contribute, still want to be part of the squad. Even now, beyond All or Nothing, there was the reports of him saying, oh, listen, I don't want the captain's armband back, but I just want to be a leader in, behind the scenes, because he's aware of that relationship with the fans. And if he just has the captain's armband back, what would that say to what he did last season? So I feel like he's respecting that decision, but still, helping to contribute to the team in any way he can. So I got to give him some kudos, man. Got to give him some kudos, bro. He's an utmost professional. Red cards we can speak on another time, but I say as a man, as a person, bro, listen, respect to him. And for episode 6, man, we just started off with a high note, bruh. We started off with, hey, yo, listen, Arteta pulled up the tweet. He said, look at this. I've been holding this in for like 4 or 5 months, bro. Look at this real quick. You see this tweet from Ivan Toney? Nice kickabout with the lads. This man, Arteta, is possibly one of the most petty people in football history. I'm not gonna lie. And I love it. Sometimes he is angry. Sometimes he is seething. And I enjoy every second of it, because you need that. I feel like you need some of that in football, man. You need to not let things go. You need to let some things sit. So when you see them the next time in that reverse fixture, you better let them know, hey, listen, it's not going to go like how it went last time. I feel like we need some of that bite. We need some of that aggression. And I feel like, Arteta transmits that into a lot of the squad. And I feel like that's why we've had better results from that season. And how we're looking now, it's looking, again, more aggressive, more on it. But the time will tell how the season will, the time will tell how we progress in the season and how aggressive we are overall. But I just love that. I love that, man. I love that, not only that, but the anger and the frustration when they don't get things perfect is that's what I like to see as well. In that Brentford game, we won 2-1. We won 2-1. But the game was shaky. And then after that, you saw people come back in. They were mad. Like, what's it called? Ramsdale was mad. You know what I'm saying? The defense was mad. People were like, yo, like, they were just not satisfied with the fact that they lost that clean sheet. You know what I'm saying? They were not satisfied with the fact that, things didn't go their way perfectly to the T. And that's the margin. That's the mentality you need to be the best. You gotta want more. You gotta want more. And the fact that I'm seeing this more and more as the episodes progress, I'm liking it, man. I'm liking it a lot, bro. Shout out to the comeback against Wolves. Just the whole build up with that in episode 6 was pretty dope. Yeah, man, that game was just super, super enjoyable. They had to do that, bro. I love how Arteta had extra ammo. He was like, you want to know what the Wolves player said before the game about y'all? Yeah, never mind. Don't even worry about it. He's still planting the seed, but he was like, never mind. Y'all don't need that. Y'all don't even need that. He had all this motivation in the bag, but he just didn't even pull through yet. The cut to Mikel himself with his family and stuff, like, at home, that was dope. That was super heartwarming. I saw the pic of Santi Cazorla, and that joint warmed my heart. I ain't gonna lie. Santi's my guy. So that was just a nice peek at the heart, man. But also shout outs to Ben White. I would say Ben White has been somebody who's had to really earn respect. And I feel like they said it in the episode as well. Somebody has to earn respect and earn the favor of the players. Again, coming in for 50 million from Leeds, it's not going to be easy. People think we overpaid. People think we did this, that, and the third. People still underrate him. You know what I'm saying? And even with everything he's had to go through, even now in this season, he got pushed to right back for some games because, Tomiyasu wasn't fitting and Saliba's here. But I don't see any inch of complaining, on him. I don't see any inch of, moaning or moping about from last season to now. He just came in, put his head down and worked hard, bro. He worked hard to really, form a relationship with Gabby and then form a really up and coming defense. I'm happy that this man's in the squad because I feel like he can push himself to, again, really be a big proponent of us winning things and us getting back to the top where we should be. So shout out to Ben White. Should definitely shout out to Ben White. One quote that was, I don't even need to elaborate much further on, that was really dope to me. Arteta said, there's a thin line between confidence and complacency. And that should be, you know what I'm saying, that hallmark of a squad, bro. That should be the thing that keeps us going. That's the thing that we should hold in our heads in terms of players, in terms of the player base. Like, yo, you have to literally continue, have confidence in yourself, but have that, again, have that ability to, keep tweaking, keep working, keep doing your thing, keep keeping your head down, and, have that thing to pull you back from the complacency side. And then that's how you get better. That's how you improve, day after day. And that's how you become the best. So that quote was fire. It's crazy seeing some of the fan reactions as well, how much they've changed. They was like, yo, first we lost 3 games of the season. And then, now we're in a good position. We're in fourth at this point. So, people are, as a fan base, it's gonna suck. I feel like for us personally, as Arsenal fans, as Gooners, we don't know exactly what to believe anymore, or at least we didn't in the past, because we got led to believe, oh yeah, we're gonna be competing with Bayern Munich in a few years' time, and then Gazeta showed us a dream, and then we're like, off adrift. We haven't won the Prem in such a long time, so we're gonna get easily swayed emotionally. But I feel like now we are at least starting to get somewhere to a bit of stability, a bit of, hey, listen, we're all unified in this objective of, listen, we're getting back to the top. We now have a clearer direction that we had before, and of course, there's going to be ups and downs. Of course, there's going to be losses. We understand that, but I feel like as a collective, we're starting to gather together and understand, hey, listen, we're starting to pick up momentum towards something. We're starting to pick up momentum towards, a higher level, getting back to the top. So it was interesting to see that kind of dynamic switch between fans, who were interviewing from earlier episodes then to now. One last note. I don't know if y'all noticed, but do y'all see Arteta just getting more and more elaborate with these, with these team talks? Like, okay, first it was just, him on the drawing board. He got a couple of things. Also, he's a decent drawer, but and then he had the whiteboard. Then he was at home, and then, I don't know if you saw the episode preview, but he had like a light bulb out of nowhere, bro. Hey, next episode, he about to pull out the keyboard. He's like, boys, we are like a keyboard. We're like a keyboard. We cannot back away into space. We need to enter a different mindset and bring energy. We need to shift our mentality, bro. Like, he about to go down the whole keyboard and give people bars just off that, man. But it's inspiring, though. I still want to run through a brick wall. This man got some whole, again, he spent a portion of his budget to go through some of these light shows and whatnot. He might have a whole trailer he make up for these players for a team talk, bro. But it's interesting, man, and it's hella motivating, I'd say, to be in that locker room. Every time I hear him give a team talk, bro, I'm just like, yeah, nah. If I hear this, I want to run through a brick wall for him. That's just me, though. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought on all these episodes 4, 5, and 6 of Arsenal's All or Nothing season. So far, I've been really, really enjoying it. Was dope to see all these behind the scene looks, especially didn't talk about it too much, but just the business and the kind of speed that you have to move with in terms of transfer windows and deadline day. It was dope to see Edu and his team work and the lawyers work and just get that stuff in. But let me know what you guys thought. I will be back with the last batch of episodes. I think there's maybe one more batch or 2 more batches, but we'll be back with those to react. That's all I got for this video, but be sure to check out the channel. But do not trip. We will be back in the next one. Peace.